Kinoshita Kazuya is a 20-year-old college student in Tokyo. He is happy that he has a girlfriend. However, his girlfriend tells him that she wants to break up with him since she has fallen in love with someone else. Later that night, Kazuya is on his bed crying over the fact that he has just been dumped by his first girlfriend, after just a month. He checks his phone and notices a new site for renting girlfriends. He notices a girl on the site and decides to try her out. The next day, Kazuya meets Mizuhara Chizuru and decided to go on a date with her. Kazuya notices her chest and tells himself that whoever she must be dating is very lucky. After the date, Kazuya decides to leave a review about her, however, as he was going through her previous review, he thinks all her kindness and enthusiasm towards him were fake to get positive reviews on the site. Kazuya gives her a 1-star rating on the site. The next day they meet again at a cafe. Kazuya asks her if going on a date with strangers makes her feel empty. However, Chizuru responds that she loves her job and what she does. At the aquarium, Chizuru confronts Kazuya and asks him why he left a 1-star rating, after all she did for him on the previous date. Kazuya receives a phone call that his grandma has collapsed and Chizuru follows him to the hospital. At the hospital, Kazuya's grandmother asks Kazuya who the girl is to him, and he responds by saying she is his girlfriend. This statement shocks his family. His grandma is so happy that Kazuya finally has a love life, that she cries. She goes to tell all her friends in the hospital that her grandson finally has a girl. Chizuru wants to escape from the hospital immediately, because her grandmother has also been admitted to the hospital earlier. The both of them hide in an empty room, however, they were discovered by Chizuru's grandmother. Kazuya tells his backstory to Chizuru, saying that he only wants to make his grandma's wish come true, and that is by introducing his girlfriend or wife to her before his grandma dies. The next day, a group of Kazuya friends makes fun of him for being a virgin, however, they were interrupted when Chizuru bumps into them. Kazuya's friends ask him if he knew her, to which Kazuya responds by saying no. Chizuru pulls Kazuya into a corner and tells him not to tell anyone that he knew her, and that is nothing between them. Later we see Chizuru and Kazuya coming out of different rooms in the same apartment, which shocks both of them. It happens that they were door neighbors. He receives a call from his grandmother. She tells him that she is coming to visit him soon. Kazuya begs Chizuru to be his girlfriend one more time, because he could not tell the truth to his grandma just yet. However, Chizuru declines. When his grandma arrived, Kazuya again begs Chizuru to be his girlfriend. Chizuru refuses and tells him to tell her grandma they broke up. Kazuya tells his grandma they broke up. Kazuya was expecting her grandma to be angry with him, but instead, she tells him that he has never been a ladies' man. Chizuru opens the door with cooked food in her hands. Kazuya's grandmother is excited to see her and hugs her. At the end of the day, Chizuru tells Kazuya that she is doing this for her grandmother and not for him. The next day at school, Mami-chan, Kazuya's ex-girlfriend, bumps into him. They exchange some words, however, Kazuya feels awkward throughout the interaction. On their next date, they were spotted by Kazuya's friends. His friends thought he was been scammed by her, because they thought that there was no way a cute lady like her will want to talk with him. They start dragging Kazuya away. However, embarrassed Kazuya introduces her as his girlfriend. They all went to a bar. Kazuya sees Mami-chan and he feels awkward throughout the interaction. Mami-chan causes a scene that makes Chizuru go home. Kazuya accompanies Mami-chan to her house. On the way she confesses that she doesn't have a boyfriend. She also says she made it up because Kazuya brought a pretty girl to the club. Later that night, Kazuya apologizes for the events that day. However, Chizuru does not seem angry with him. She knows that Chizuru is his ex-girlfriend and it's only natural for him to still have feelings for her. The club members including Kazuya, Mami-chan, and Kazuya's friends Kaibe and Shun decide to go to the beach. At the beach, Mami-chan apologizes to Kazuya for causing trouble the last time they hang out. Mami-chan misplaced her bracelet while on the beach, and asks Kazuya to help her find it. There they bumped into each other and exchanged an awkward kiss. Kazuya's grandma called him that she is finally going to get discharged. This means she can see him and Chizuru anytime she wants. Kazuya tells the group that he and Chizuru are breaking up. This statement angers Kaibe, and it leads to a fight. Later, Kazuya tells Chizuru that his grandmother will be discharged from the hospital and that he no longer needs Chizuru to go with him to the hospital. Chizuru also tells Kazuya that her grandmother will also be discharged from the same hospital soon. They both agree to the breakup. Kaibe and Chizuru were chatting alone on the beach, so Kazuya decided to listen to what they were saying. It turns out that Kaibe was telling Chizuru to give Kazuya another chance. He also says that although Kazuya might behave like an idiot, he is still a great guy. Kaibe hands over 2 ferry tickets to Chizuru, saying that they both need some time alone. On the ferry ride, Chizuru tells Kazuya that she is not feeling too well, and wants to be alone. While Kazuya was on a call, Chizuru slipped and fell into the water. Kazuya immediately drops his phone and jumps into the water to save her. Chizuru wakes up, while Kazuya still remains unconscious. Chizuru tries to wake him up using chest compressions, but when it didn't work, she uses mouth resuscitation and Kazuya wakes up. Kazuya's family decides to go on a healthy vacation trip to a hot spring. However, Kazuya's grandmother invited Chizuru's grandmother on the trip. It seems the two have other plans for the trip when they gave Kazuya a key to another room. Kazuya checks the room out and is very surprised when Chizuru opens the door. That is when they realize that they have been set up by their grandmother. Kazuya and Chizuru tell their grandmothers that they don't agree to stay in the same room. However, they laugh the protest off. The next day they had a meal together, and slept in the same room. After the event, Kazuya announced to his friends that he wants to keep dating Chizuru. They went to drink some coffee together, and Chizuru established some rules about their relationship. Chizuru tells Kazuya that she will help him while she's his girlfriend. Kuri tells Kazuya that he also got a girlfriend and wants Kazuya and Chizuru to go on a double date. Kuri introduces Ruka-chan to the group. On the set day of the double date, they decided to try the free climb. Ruka-chan asks Chizuru when they were both alone if she was a rental girlfriend. However, Chizuru denies it. Chizuru tells Ruka-chan that she is dating Kazuya. However, Ruka-chan asks them to kiss to confirm their statement. However, Kuri comes in just in time to break the awkward moment. Episode 7. After the date, Kazuya follows Ruka all the way to her house, begging her not to reveal to anyone that Chizuru is a rental girlfriend. After much pleading, Ruka reveals to Kazuya that she is also a rental girlfriend, which shocks Kazuya. On their next date, Kazuya tells Chizuru that Ruka was also a rental girlfriend. Chizuru tells Kazuya to keep an eye on Ruka. Ruka came to Kazuya's apartment. She is sad that although Kazuya and Chizuru are on rental dates, they seem too close to each other. Ruka-chan asks Kazuya to go on a date with her. She confesses that she likes Kazuya. Ruka again asks Kazuya to be her boyfriend. Chizuru comes out of her apartment and confronts Ruka. Ruka seems to be fighting Chizuru over who gets Kazuya's attention. A while later, Ruka-chan is crying that she really wants to be Kazuya's girlfriend. Chizuru tells Kazuya to agree to be her boyfriend. It's the Christmas season, and Kazuya decides to take a break from Ruka-chan because she has been so clingy lately. Kazuya decides to book Chizuru for Christmas Eve. However, she has already been booked by another person on the app. Kazuya wants to get a new job because his finances are very low. However, he noticed Chizuru all dressed up and looking pretty. Chizuru was talking with some guy. At first Kazuya thought it was a rental date. However, another thought came to his mind that the guy might actually be her real boyfriend. Kazuya decides to follow both of them secretly. Kazuya overhears that she will be spending the night at his place, and he cries in disappointment. Kazuya is in the restroom and Umi-kun joins him. He is on a call and he seems to have other intentions with Chizuru. Kazuya thinks he is plotting something. Kazuya promises himself he won't let any harm come over Chizuru. Kazuya thinks that Umi-kun wants to kiss Chizuru. He jumps forward. Chizuru opens up that she is an actress and Umi-kun is her fellow actor. Kazuya feels embarrassed. However, Chizuru gives Kazuya a new phone case. Kazuya is happy because this is the first time he has received a gift from a girl on Christmas. Episode 9. Ruka-chan finds Kazuya and complains that he left her all alone. She decides to take him on a date. While on their date, Ruka-chan discovers Kazuya's mood change. So she decides to blindfold him and take him to a hotel. Ruka-chan asks Kazuya to give her an explanation of the relationship status between Chizuru and him. Kazuya explains everything to her. It's a new year and Kazuya's grandmother comes to visit as usual. However, Ruka comes along. Kazuya's grandmother asks Ruka-chan how she knows Kazuya. Kazuya suddenly introduces her as Chizuru's friend. However, Ruka-chan introduces herself as Kazuya's girlfriend. Alone, Ruka-chan confronts Chizuru that she is serious with Kazuya and wants to be Kazuya's proper girlfriend, and Chizuru is just a rental girlfriend. The family have launched together while Ruka-chan was paying attention to Kazuya. Ruka-chan observes that this seems to please his family. Ruka tells Kazuya that she is ready for the battle of endurance to win over Kazuya's affection. Kazuya has taken up a part-time job, however, Ruka also works in the same place. She made the boss Kazuya's pay so that he won't be able to afford to rent Chizuru as his girlfriend. Chizuru tells Kazuya that she has a friend who wants to start the rental business but is shy. She says her clients always complain about it. Chizuru asks Kazuya to go on a date with her, although he tells him not to make a move on her. Kazuya gets to the location and meets Shisumi-chan. They went on a date throughout the day. At the end of the day, Chizuru thanks Kazuya for the date he had with the new rental girl. Episode 11. Chizuru tells Kazuya that she is considering quitting the rental business, to focus more on her actress role. Kazuya went to bed, a bit sad that night. The next morning Chizuru is booked for a date. The person that hired her happens to be Mimi-chan. Chizuru asks Mami-chan how long she knew that she was a rental girlfriend. Mami-chan replied by saying about 2 weeks ago. Mami-chan tells Chizuru that as long as Chizuru is his rental girlfriend he would not be able to have a real girlfriend. Kazuya sees both of them together and freaks out. Kazuya follows both of them and overhears all of their conversations while hiding. Chizuru told Mami-chan to still give Kazuya a chance, since Kazuya still has feelings for her. Episode 12. At night, Kazuya thanks Chizuru for what she did earlier. However, Chizuru apologizes to Kazuya that she couldn't get him a girlfriend. Meanwhile, Kazuya thinks to himself that he actually likes Chizuru and wishes she could be his girlfriend. Kazuya suddenly got the courage and tells Chizuru that he wants her. Chizuru is surprised. Kazuya awkwardly tells her that he wants to only date her as a rental girlfriend. Kazuya enters his room and instantly regrets his choice of words. The series ends here. Thank you for sticking with us throughout. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Remember to leave your thoughts in the comments box below. See you and take care.